Some may argue that life is short. Therefore, do whatever you have to do when the time comes, or do what makes you happy, even if sometimes they are not really realistic. I am here to tell you, with the help of Reverend Dr. Isreal Abambillah, that there are times in life that you need to become serious as an individual. Yes. On that note, you are welcome once again to the Let's Talk show on DS Online TV GH. If you have been with us, we thank you for sticking and staying. If you are new, you are warmly welcome. Kindly like, share, subscribe, and follow us. From my earlier what I started with, you can deduce today's topic from discussion from what I started with. We want to talk about when to become serious in life. Yes, it might sound funny, but it is a serious case. And to help me do that, as I've said earlier, is Reverend Dr. Isreal Abambillah. Stick and stay with us and enjoy the conversation. Reverend, you are welcome.
Thank you.
When do you become serious in life as an individual?
Wow. Number one, when you are 18 years.
Hey, there is an age limit.
Yes. According to the laws of the country.
Okay.
Once you are 18.
Oh, you become an adult.
So you start thinking of how to take care of yourself and to become responsible to your family, to the society, and to the country. I think maybe if you are from year 1 up to, let's say, 15, 16 thereabout, you are too young to understand many things.
Yeah.
You can be taken care of by your parents. But once you are from 18 years going, you want to believe that you are beginning to understand the realities of life, and you should start taking up early responsibilities. You see, when you start life early, it's better than when you get to a certain stage and you are now fighting for extra time. So it is good that at the age of 18 years, whether you are a young man or a young girl, start taking up responsibilities, learning how to take care of yourself, studying without the supervision of your parents, learning to keep yourself clean, and to pick up certain few responsibilities that makes you useful in life. Number 2, you start becoming serious, or the years you must start becoming serious is when you realize that you have nobody. Yeah, when you get to a stage that you realize that you have no uncle that will send you money, your parents don't have anything, you don't have any auntie that is sending you dollars. You need to start becoming serious with your life, because you know that you are all that you got by all yourself.
What about those born with silver spoons already in their mouth?
Well, they also have a stage where they become serious.
Okay.
When they get to a stage where they realize that, well, this is what my father has achieved. I need to also do something with myself. Your father can help you to a point, your mother can help you to a point, but irrespective of what they have, to a certain stage of life, you must start making money for yourself. You must start becoming responsible to your own self.
Okay.
The third stage that I can talk about is when you get to a stage that you realize that people are dependent on you.
Okay.
Yes. Your mother has some medical bills to settle. Your father is aged with medical bills to settle. You have to pay your own school fees and many others, and there are other people looking up onto you. You can't afford to fail your generation, your family, and yourself. So at that time, you start becoming serious in life. Maybe at that time, you start living on your own, where you have to pay rent. The realities of life now dawn on you that this is not my father's house. I have to do what I can do to sustain myself and to pay my rent and to keep myself going. When you get to that stage, you have to become serious. And the last group of people that I think is when you live life to a certain stage and realize that you have wasted many years backwards, and then you are left with only the second half of your life. You don't need any other person to advise you. You must know that you are too late, and the little time remaining, you have to maximize it. You have to strategize your life to make sure that you recover from all the mistakes and the wasted years. Bishop Oyedepo said that 20 children don't play for 20 years. Few years along the line, they will all found their separate classes. And that is the truth.
Yeah.
Maybe in JSS 3, you were 100 in the class. I'll give it 3 years after you completed your JSS. You'll not be the same class. You find yourself separate classes.
Yeah.
And the class you find yourself depends on how responsible you come to yourself.
Okay.
So I want to say that if you have lived your life, you have made all the mistakes, you have joked around, you have had fun with life, and then you got to understand that with the remaining days of my life, there is little. You can recover. You can sit back. You can make all the difference. And at that stage, you don't expect your parents to advise you. When you cross certain age and then people are still advising you, it means that you are still struggling to mature. I'm not saying that there's an age you reach in life that nobody advises you, no. But for somebody to sit you down and start advising you in certain age should let you know that you are lagging behind. So some people didn't get good counsel from the beginning. They didn't get good association from the beginning. But they now come to a certain stage of their lives. They realize that what is ahead of me is too little. Let me change certain things and then make a U-turn. And that is when you can start becoming serious in life. Probably lastly, when you get married. Once you are married and you don't take life serious, then I don't know when you take life serious.
Life will take you serious.
I'm telling you. Because you have to, as a man, you have to start providing for your wife. Very soon, when God blesses you with children, you're going to pay rent. If you don't have your own house, you pay children's school fees. You take care of your wife. Sometimes your in-laws are involved. Your mother-in-law, your father-in-law, your brother-in-law. You are forced to be serious because at that stage, responsibilities is knocking at your door each day.
Okay.
So any married person, take life serious because at that stage, it's not only about you. Other people's lives are involved.
But it's not about you anymore.
Yes, other lives are involved.
All right. So from what you said, I can say that you become serious in life when you start taking up responsibilities.
Yes, yes.
So the seriousness in this case is not about the expression on your face, but then what you do with your life.
That is true.
Okay, Reverend, if you don't mind, can you share with us a time where you realize that I need to become serious in life?
Wow. Okay, Mark, I started life very early.
Okay.
Very, very early. At the age of 9, I realized that there is nothing home. My father don't have, my mother don't have. My brothers were young at that time. There is hunger everywhere. So I found my way out. One evangelist, renowned evangelist, came to the village to do his mission work. And then he closed one day. It's a village, so there's a bush where he normally passes.
Okay.
So I ran ahead and hid in the bush. So the man was coming with his motorbike, Yamaha at that time, the jungle one. And I stopped in his store. I said, well, I realized that my home is not good. I want to come and stay with you and make life better for myself. And I was around, I think, I could be around 13, 14 thereabout. Then the man said, okay, you can't stay with me, but I have my sisters coming up, coming to visit me from another region. When they come, I will talk to one of them. You can go and stay with one of them. So I left my parents very early and I started staying with people. Sometimes I don't have enough time to be going to school because of other responsibilities and other needs. But in the midst of all that, I said to myself, I want to educate myself. I don't really know what was pushing me, but at the early stage of my life, I really wanted to make a difference in my family. And that is how life was. So I started life very, very early. I can say that maybe as early as 13 years. So my case could be different from any other person. For example, my father gave birth to us 15 in number, and we're all in the house. Yes.
15?
Yes, 15. So when you wake up, you have to feed yourself.
Wow.
Or your parents can only cook in the evening. So when we wake up, we have to find our way out on what to do. So with that, I learned life very early. So that's how I spoke with the man, and the man took me out of the place. to one of the regions in the country. And I started taking out responsibilities, and being, let me use the word, a house help, let me put it that way. You are to manage the animals that are in the house. You manage the kitchen. You manage the house, sweeping the garden. We had a garden and everything. So my case could be different from somebody else. I took responsibilities in life very, very early. Yes, so I started very early.
Wow.
Yes.
At the age of 9.
Yes.
So how was it like, aside the fact that you had to, should I say, serve people to get to where you are? How did you balance and manage the challenges and all of that, even with your academics?
I realized that it doesn't matter the problems and the challenges I had. It's better than where I'm coming from. At least what we eat is not a problem.
Okay.
The exposure, it was a city. Compared to where I'm coming from, there is no water, there is no light. So I was seeing where I am as a step further to what I'll become in the future. And going back to the village could be backwardness. So even though the challenges were there, but I felt that in the midst of those challenges, life was still better there.
Okay.
Yes, and that was my motivation.
Oh, that's fine.
Yes.
You said you didn't know what was driving you.
Yes. I just wanted life to be better, but I don't know what was actually my motivation. I just felt life should be better.
Okay.
Yes. So sometimes if they give me work, I will do everything I can as fast as I can so that I can be in class. Yes.
Well, that's another story to be told. So how can someone know that where I am now, I need to be serious?
How can one know that where I am now?
Or the stage I've gotten to now in life,
Yes.
I need to be serious.
Yes. Just as I've said earlier on, when you get to a stage where you realize that somebody feeding you is a mistake.
Okay.
You cannot be 20, 25 years and your father still gives you money every morning and you are comfortable with it. It is their responsibility to take care of you, but it should not be 100%.
Okay.
So when you get to 30 years, 25 years, and your parents still cook for you to eat, and let's say 80% of your livelihood comes from your parents, then there's danger. The day they are not there, you find life very tough. So when you get to a stage where you realize that at this age, my mother should not be feeding me, my father should not be feeding me, you should take life serious.
But what if it's maybe the circumstances surrounding you? Well, we are in Ghana, so I'll use Ghana as an example. The issue of unemployment is very high. What about such a situation? If you are in that age but still unemployed and your parents had to come in.
Those things are temporal things. There are people with dreams and visions, but doors has not yet opened to them. So your uncle need to come in, your father need to come in to sustain you for a while. But you know yourself that you are a visioneer. And those ones are something temporal. By 2 years' time, I'll be fine. By 3 years' time, I'll be fine. And with that, they can help. But there are some people who wouldn't care. Even at the age of 35, they ask their parents for money. They don't want to work for themselves. Not that the jobs are not there, not that the opportunities are not there, but they decided that they don't want to work. And with that, you'll be lagging behind.
Okay.
When you get to the stage where it is not proper for your parents to still take care of you and take care of the younger ones, then you have to start becoming serious in life.
All right. Okay.
Yes.
Are there any key areas when it comes to life or for you as an individual? Are there any key areas in your life that you need to be serious, or life in its totality?
Yeah, there are certain things in your life that you have to take it very serious.
Okay.
Number one, yourself.
Okay.
You have only you. And without you, there's no any other you. Life is not paperwork where we do photocopy. You don't have any photocopy anywhere. You are the only one in this life. When you lose your life, you have lost everything. So, number one is you yourself learning to take care of yourself, learning to keep yourself. Number two, your health. If you are not conscious with your health and you are not serious with your health and you fall sick, sometimes if you are sick for 1 month, it can take your whole 1 year salary. And if you are not healthy, you cannot work. That's what they say, health is wealth.
Yeah.
So one of the things you need to do is to learn on how to take care of your health. I am not a nutritionist, so I cannot tell you what to eat and what not to eat. But you should be careful with the things you eat. You should be careful with your health, because it is only when you are healthy that you can pursue your dreams. Life without health is a burden. Life without health is a pain. So you must take your health very, very serious. I don't eat anything and I don't drink anything. Yes, and if I tell you my age, you may not even be in agreement. Yes, and people say you look young every day, because taking care of yourself is not by God. It's your personal responsibility to take care of yourself, to eat well, bath well, rest well, dress well, look well, drink good water, and drink water often. These are things that you don't need God to take care of your body. Your own body is your personal responsibilities. I do see children of 20, 21 years and they're having pot belly. And I say, why so soon? Why are you in a hurry for?
They said it's a sign of riches.
Yes, they eat a lot of junks nowadays. People don't want to take responsibilities in the kitchen. They just want to go and buy fast food and eat. At the end of the day, your health is affected. If you talk to most of the doctors, they will tell you about the increase of health challenge among the youth. Hepatitis B, stomach ulcer, many other things, because people don't care about their health. So health must be taken serious. Number three is your finances.
Okay.
If you don't take your finances very serious, you find life very difficult. Life is built from finance. That is why, apart from God, the next God is money. That's what the Bible says, that you cannot please two masters. You cannot please money and God. So money is also God. The first thing you must seek in life is seeking to know God and pleasing Him. The second thing you need is money. Life is about money. The more money you have, the more comfortable life is. If you think that it is so hard to be rich, try poverty. And you realize that it's more difficult. You see, the first time I woke up and realized that I have to really work on my money was when I traveled outside the country.
Okay.
My God, the hotels, so nice. You're walking in the corridors, and once you're walking, the light goes on. Once you walk out of the place, the light goes off. You enter your bedroom, the air condition is on. You come out, it's off.
Everything is automatic.
Early in the morning, they will beg you to come for breakfast.
Hey.
By 7 o'clock, they start calling. My God. So you see, life is sweet with money.
Yes.
It's the truth, though. I know how life was when I was in single room. Oh, I rented one. My first apartment in Woho here. There was no washroom in the house. Yes. So you have to walk a distance to do it there, or maybe you parcel it in a polythene bag and throw it away. You understand? So so if you test poverty and you test little money, or not say riches, you realize that money is good. But money don't jump into your pocket. You learn to manage it.
Okay.
You learn to work for money. You learn to multiply your money, and then you learn to manage your money. Without money, life is a burden. Without money, you will not be respected. Without money, you die early. If we go to the mortuary and we ask those dead people why they are dead, they will tell you it is poverty that sent them there. Some people needed injection they couldn't get because of money. Some people needed to go through operation, no money for that. Some people needed to go to the hospital, but because they had no money, they didn't go on time. So I can tell you, apart from your commitment in knowing God and serving God, the next thing that you must be so much committed to is money. You must be serious with money. If you are 20 years and you have not started making money, my friend, you are too late. Yes.
20 years.
Yes. Let me tell you this. It may sound very harsh. Find out anybody who is doing well in life, from Dangote to Bill Gates to anybody that you know in Ghana. They started life very early. The more you grow, the more wealth is accumulated. For example, if you start business now that is doing very well, I give you the next 20 years, you'll be okay. And then somebody starting at the age of 45, how much years left for pension? 15 years. By the time the person is 15 years, you'll be around 35 years in that same business. You have acquired experiences, you have saved some money. So life works better when you start early. Now, if you're a young man, listen to me. This is not a time for girlfriend, boyfriend. Those are the money you save for your life and destiny. Very important. Women will always be there. But let me tell you, there are men that chases women, and there are men that attract women.
Yeah, there is a difference.
You don't have to spend your life chasing women. You spend your life building your career and building your destiny. Then you become a magnet that attracts women to your life. Any young man that is chasing women, I want to say that you have not started yet. I don't want to use harsh words. My boss will not agree. Mr. Simon may not agree. But I will say that. Anyway, let me reserve those words. Since we are. Yes. Life works better when you start early. If I tell you my age in ministry, it will shock you. I started ministry very, very early. Far back as 1997. I became effective in ministry at the age of 18. At the age of 18, I was pastoring a responsible church, a vibrant church of 84 church members. Wow. 18 years. You see, so I know little about ministry. I know little about church growth. Little about preaching because I started very early. Somebody at the age of 55 now want to start church. We cannot be in the same platform. The person may have speed, but the experiences will not be the same. You can start church at the age of 55, and then you may grow the church to 200 members, and some who started at the age of 20 may be having 100 members. But all the same, the experiences will not be the same. So I'm saying that start being serious with your money. Instead of using money to chase girls, save it and invest it so that one will become ladies' magnet. They'll be chasing you, they'll be begging you to marry them. But if you are begging a lady to marry her, it means you are broke and you are poor. So stop chasing women in your midst of poverty. Those monies, and if you are listening to me and you are cohabiting with a lady, I will advise you. It will take a long time to marry. You know why?
No.
Those monies you will save for the diary is what you are using to buy iPhone for the girl and give chop money every day in the house. So now if you take care of the lady, you pay bills, you buy phone, you take care of the parents, which money will you use to marry the lady?
Yeah. It'll be difficult to
It'll be
save.
very, very difficult. So this is the right time to work hard. This is the right time to save. If you are even 18 years as a young man, start selling pure water. I'm telling you, 10 years from now, the money you have saved from the pure water will be more than somebody who is working in the bank. Very important. So take your money very, very serious. The last thing you need to be serious with is your family life.
Okay.
I have seen people who started working and they say, I will not call my uncle, I will not call my father, I don't care about my brothers, life is okay with me. You move from Accra to this place and you start fooling. Oh, I don't care, I am working, I take my salary every day. One day when sickness knock you, friends will not come around. They will carry you back to the family house. And the way you treated them is the way they will treat you.
Yeah.
So your family is your back end. Take your family life very serious. I keep saying that there's no perfect family. Hey, I will not talk to my sister. I will not talk to my brother. They are your blood. It doesn't matter where you go. It comes to a time that, God forbid, when stroke knock you, your friends will not carry your poo-poo. That is the reality.
Yeah.
They will run away. That your girlfriend that you are spending thousands of money, she will run away and get a better man. I handled a case some few days ago where a man got married. After 2 years, the man became blind and the lady walked away.
Ooh.
That I can't marry a blind man.
Wow.
Yes. So, treat family very well. Don't say that I will not talk to my elder brother. They are human beings. They have their weaknesses, but remember they are your blood. If you think you are doing well and you don't need your family, life will teach you lessons afterwards and you may regret. Take your family life very serious. Treat your children well. Treat your husband well. Treat your wife well. And those who are here and your parents are not here, send your parents money, take care of them. There are people that after pension, they could not build a house. They must go back to the family house. You don't know how life will treat people.
Yeah.
So take your family life very serious. Invest into your children. This is my understanding. That if you take care of your children and one day they don't take care of you, it's not a problem. Provided in your old age, they will not come for the little that you have.
Yeah.
So you may not take care of your children because you want them to take care of you. Take care of them so that in your old age, you can manage the little that you have acquired and live longer than for them to frustrate in your old age. So let's take family life very serious because it's form part and parcel of what the destiny brings to us.
All right. Well, so kindly tell us some of the risk or what are the risks involved when you don't take life serious at certain stages.
Number one, you will die early. Yes. Premature death is your portion. People ride motor recklessly, and I keep saying that if you're driving a car, you're riding a motor, and you are speeding, put this in your mind that where you are going should not be important than you yourself, your life.
Yeah.
You need to be alive to reach where you are going. So if you are driving or you are riding motor, don't look at where you are going because you may die and that place is still there. If you are going to Gulukwati and you go and die on the way, Gulukwati will still be there.
Yes.
Your grandchildren will come and meet Gulukwati. So going to Gulukwati should not be so much important to you to a point that you die on the way. If you don't take life serious, you die early. Those who start drinking, they start smoking, they start fighting, they start going in for many other things because they don't take life serious, you will die premature. So if you don't take life serious, premature death will meet you. I've seen people who have been killed because they were armed robbers and they were caught because they didn't take life serious. They want to just take something that belongs to somebody. So if you don't take life serious, you will die. Number two, if you don't take life serious, you will struggle in your old age. Yes. We are not going to be strong forever.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, we will not end life the way we started. So you must take life very serious. One of the risks too is that you lose a lot of friends.
Okay.
Yeah. Once you want to take life serious, the risk is that good friends around you, you're going to lose them. They will feel that you don't have time for them. You have taken your work so serious. You don't call us anymore. You don't do this. Let's go out and chill small. If you don't go, you are likely to lose friends when you want to take life serious. They will start calling you certain names because they feel that you don't belong to them. Yes. Number three, if you don't take life serious, you are likely to have a lot of health challenge. We always talk about that one. We're having a lot of health challenge. There are people suffering different sicknesses because they never take life serious. And one of the risks is that if you don't take life serious, you will be losing money. You will get it and you will lose it. You get it and you lose it. You invest it carelessly. By the time you realize you have come back to square one. And these are the few risks that if you don't take life serious. If you're a student, you fail your exams. Yes.
So it depends on the area.
Yes. You fail your exams and you will not be able to go too far in life.
All right. I know we are talking about being serious in life, but then how can you balance yourself as an individual about being serious in life without losing your sense of fun?
Wow. Ecclesiastes chapter 3 verse 1, it says that there is time for everything.
Yeah.
The fact that you must take life serious doesn't mean that you should not catch fun. But you only have to create time for them.
Okay.
You don't spend your whole life on them. You create time for them. For example, if you are quite engaging from Monday to Friday, you can use Saturday as a moment to go out with friends, buy some drink and do some little chilling and come back home. But you are not doing that every day.
Okay.
You are not partying every day. You are not going out every day, but you create time for it. So the fact that you are serious doesn't mean that you should not be happy in life. It doesn't mean you should not chase your hobbies and other things. If you like football, you like volleyball, you like to play ludo, you like to watch movies, you can do that, but you create time for it so that those things don't become part and parcel of your life, which steals away your time.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. So, what advice will you give to someone who feels lost about the fact that he or she hasn't taken life seriously, maybe from a particular stage in his or her life?
There is always a time to start afresh.
Okay.
There is no age of starting afresh. We all make mistakes. We all do wrong things. But when you later realize that where I am, I need a U-turn, you can start from there. I read a book about a white man who succeeded at the age of 72, but he became serious in life at the age of 53
Okay.
and started working things out. God is going to give all of us long life. It doesn't matter where you are standing. You can start life from there. You see, sometimes if you even start life late, you are able to use your past experiences to coach you, and your success comes earlier than the young man starting life without any experience. So whatever you have lost, anything you feel you are not able to do, or you used to play around, you have made friends with bad people, and you realize that, well, I didn't do it well. You can start now. Start from where you are, step by step. God will help you. You will prevail.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. So, you mentioned or you said something just now that sometimes when you start life late, you become successful earlier because of your past experiences than someone who starts early.
When we make all the mistakes all the way.
Yeah.
Yes.
So a little advice to those who are starting early. What are some steps you would advise them to take when they decide to be serious in life?
Okay. I think there's a saying that whatever is the best teacher.
Experience is the best teacher.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, but sometimes it's not the case. If you survive it, that's when it teaches you.
Okay.
Some experiences can kill you. So don't wait until your experience become your best teacher.
Okay.
Quickly get yourself attached to those who are going on that same direction.
Okay.
They are able to use their experience to guide you and coach you become better. I give this example that there used to be a big tree in our house, and then a smaller tree grew beside the big tree, but it's curved in the way. So we like to sit on the tree and bounce and rock. Yes, you sit and it bounce till the tree became curved closer to the ground. So one day, my father went and bought a rope and then held the tree, pull it attached to the old one and tie it. After many months, he loosed the rope and then the smaller tree could stand upright.
Okay.
That tells us that a young person attaching yourself with an elderly person that has acquired experience over the years help you shorten mistakes.
Okay.
It helps you minimize mistakes and crisis. So if you're a young man, you have the money, you have the energy, you have the vision, but there is something you don't have. You don't have the experience. Get somebody with the experience to coach you so that you don't have to go through what they went through. You become a beneficiary of their struggles of life.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. So apart from getting someone to coach you, what are some of the mindset shifts you should have as an individual when trying to be serious in life?
Well, you should just have the mindset that you don't want to retrogress.
Okay.
Once you start, you move. You must fight retrogression. If you want to be serious in life, sometimes you lose, sometimes you win. Nothing is automatic in life. Failure is inevitable. But you must take a vow to yourself, I don't want to go back. I will not retrogress. Once you take that decision, it doesn't matter the struggles. You are able to manage your way through and then keep moving. So you must have the mentality of fighting retrogression. Number two, you must have the mentality of not giving up.
Okay.
That it doesn't matter what, I will try it over and over and over. I think I gave this example yesterday of one lady who went to sell plain rice. They didn't buy. He turned the plain rice to mutu. They didn't buy. He turned the mutu to rice water. And people started buying. Why? She has the mentality that I want to be serious in life, but with this, I am not willing to give up, because giving up is not the option for life. So you must have the mentality of not quitting. And that is what makes life enjoyable.
All right.
Yes.
Apart from the mentality of not quitting and always having it in mind that you are not retrogressing, what other ways can you stay motivated in trying to be serious in life?
Wow. One of the ways to stay motivated in life is making the vision very clear.
Okay.
When the vision is clear, the price is easy to pay. You can never be motivated by a dream that is not clear. One of the reasons why many young people cannot achieve their dreams is that it's not clear. I want to become this and that is all. They have not done anything around it. So once the vision is very clear, what you want to achieve is very clear, it motivates you to become what you want to be. Another thing that also motivates you is to also see other people as your inspiration.
Okay.
If they can do it, I can also do it. If they can get there, I can also get there. Once you have people in mind that you see them as your inspiration, it motivates you to move ahead. One of the motivation, lastly, is to also consider where you are coming from. If you realize that, you must be motivated.
Dry.
Yes. So when you consider your background and where you are coming from, that motivates you. Well, I don't want to stay here. I don't want to be like this. I want to be like that. And that becomes your motivation. And then the outcome, I said it earlier, the outcome. When you look at what you become, can you imagine what you become if you have 2 shops in town? The result you will get. Can you imagine how life would be if at the age of 27 you get V8 and you are driving? Can you imagine at the age of 35 you have your own house, a befitting house that you live in? Can you imagine at the age of 40 having your doctorate degree?
Pressure.
You understand? So when you look at the outcomes and look at, I mean, things that you become, things that will happen to you when you become.
The end result.
I'm telling you, it will motivate you. You see somebody driving a car, say, well, this is where I'm going. You bypass a house, say, well, this is where I'm going. So when you look at the outcome, the final result, after you achieve them, it becomes a motivation. And you keep fighting because you want to get there.
All right.
Yes.
All right, Reverend, just continue to advise our viewers, especially the youth, on becoming serious in life, and then we will call it a wrap.
Okay.
Yeah.
Irrespective of your age, you can always start life afresh. If you are listening to me and you are above 18 years, it is a moment that you must start taking life very serious. Hear me, your parents will not feed you forever. Your father will not feed you forever. And if God grant us natural life, they may even die before you. They will go first and you remain. So assuming your father is not alive today and your mother is not alive today, how will life be with you? And if you don't want to get to that stage, then start life very early. And this is the moment. Don't be playing, because if you take life as a joke, by the time you're taking life serious, it may be too late. I keep saying that life is not a joke. Like we just jokingly buy a car. Like we just jokingly build a house. But life is not a joke. Life is a serious matter. So start getting serious with your life. If you're a student, read very hard. Do what you can do to pass your exams. If you're a businessman, continue. If you are yet to start life, it doesn't matter where you are starting from. There's always a starting point for everybody. Start now. And it's only God who knows where you will end and where he will take you to. God bless you, and keep enjoying our videos.
All right. Yeah. Thank you very much, Reverend, for coming. Someone would say that, well, for me, I never knew that there should come a point in your life when you become serious. Life is as it is, and then we just flow. But then with your wisdom today, I guess my viewers, together with myself, we've been enlightened. And we just want to say thank you very much for always coming when we call on you and sharing your wisdom with us. We really appreciate you. I have picked something, or if you could remember from our conversation in the beginning, Reverend mentioned 4 stages or 4 areas in your life as an individual that you need to take serious. The first thing is your own life. Yes, by taking care of yourself, and it extends to your health. He also mentioned that you take your money or finance issues serious. Apart from God, take your money issues serious, and also take family life serious. Because regardless of the money you will make, regardless of how big your life is, when the unforeseen circumstances hit you, your family is where you go back to. So don't play with them, keep them serious, and do what you are expected to do as an individual to your family members. Always remember that life is not a joke, so you need to take it serious. But also, don't lose your sense of fun. Create time for them, as Reverend said, and then everything will be balanced and life will be jeje. Thank you for sticking and staying with us. It's been the Let's Talk show on DS Online TV GH, and I have been your host, Pepi Sonia. Until we come your way once again, keep taking care of yourself.